Wait,
Alright.
wait, that actually kind of jump scared me, low key. Coming out
Oh, yeah,
all along. Why'd you smoke me off?
No, it's a fake smoke, dude.
104 jet.
Oh, there's no way.
One enemy remaining.
down.
That's fine.
Dude,
Jet was seen on C. Jet was seen on C.
Dude, they want this gun so badly. They wanted that gun so badly.
Oh my god.
Dude, they wanted that gun so badly.
Okay, so yeah, he did buy full shields. Or light shields.
That's not getting
I got that.
false.
One enemy remaining.
I'll see.
There was one shot. Dash out of me.
Hey, you know what?
I want Josh hit
78 fade back.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
78. Nice.
Wait, that shot was insane. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait, jump scare. Wait, that actually kind of jump scared me, low key. Coming out all along. Why'd you smoke me off?
No, it's a fake smoke, dude.
104 jet.
Oh, there's no way.
One enemy remaining.
down.
Jet was seen on C. Jet was seen on C.
Dude, they want this gun so badly. They wanted that gun so badly.
Oh my god.
Dude, they wanted that gun so badly.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once more to the Whiteout Wednesdays, the premier Whiteout Wednesdays. You know, it's a long name, but it's the Whiteout Wednesdays in general. Myself and Kiki, and we are the dynamic duo. I'm joined by the beautiful, as always, Gareth on the scene.
Hey, how you doing, man? It's great to finally face you. It's great to finally be back on the Whiteout Wednesdays, and man, oh man, we got quite a game cooking up here. We've got barbecue versus grouped in Miami. But Kiki, one burning question on my mind is, what is your favorite food to grill on the barbecue?
I have to say it's gonna be Trolli's. Not gonna lie. I mean, the main sponsors as well, because why not? I mean, League Trolli, you know, coming in with the actual price pool of the $100. And if you've ever tried that little bit of extra sweetness somehow on the grill, I don't know really how you'd feel about it, but trust me, you need to give it a try, or give Trolli's at least a try first. Don't take my word for it, then experiment later on. But speaking of, I kind of transitioned to the bracket view thinking you'd be like, okay, let's have a look at the bracket. So here we are. You know what? We're at the bracket.
Exactly.
So a lot of new names. A lot of new names are basically here, and we have Exo's Esports to kind of start off with against Barbecue. Barbecue took them down, and they are in the finals here with grouped in Miami. In terms of the actual, you know, follow-up there, you also have the White Tigers kind of coming along here to, you know, show their first time here ever at the Whiteout as well. And then grouped in Miami took them down. So, you know, I haven't really heard about these teams much. We've had grouped in Miami previously, but they went out very early. So, any thoughts on these teams? Maybe from your side, because I'm only from the, you know, the Whiteout side of things here to kind of find things out.
Absolutely. Now, the White Tigers, that name does actually kind of ring a bell. I'm not gonna lie. I believe last time I did see, we did see them. They had quite a dominant attack side. That being said, grouped in Miami, definitely a very new name for me. So, based on what I think I know about the White Tigers, maybe grouped in Miami started off on the defensive side, which did throw, or sorry, started off on the attacker side, which might have thrown off the White Tigers and probably snowballed into a win because, you know, Valorant is all about that momentum. But regardless, as we head into this match right here, I do believe we are going to be on the Haven, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but is grouped in Miami on attack here?
I'm gonna have to confirm in just a second as soon as we get our agent select on lock, and then I'll let you know immediately. But yeah,
for sure.
As always, we have that $100 prize pool. That's always also beautiful to see, and we'll be having a bit of a, you know, interesting way to kind of be fighting for it. And in general, we're gonna be lucky to have these teams, you know, fight out for it in that sort of same sense. So it will be a nice one to kind of have them go over, have them to kind of, you know, strategize. And obviously they've been playing a lot of Haven today, So I wouldn't be, worried about them, not being able to clutch up when it does come down to some of these,
sure.
special moments on Haven as well. So any sort of predictions before we get ourselves into Agent Select?
Oh, you know what? That's toughy. You see, I like shorter names. So barbecue definitely is certainly one of my favorites. And especially if we could put trolleys on those things, I guess they really are the perfect stack because I thought that the barbecues were just for beat and that's it. But I guess if you could put trolleys on there, I'm hoping that they win because I want to see exactly what they've got cooked up because I imagine it's going to be something absolutely crazy. That being said, grouped in Miami does kind of sound like a pug squad. So it sounds like it's just 5 friends who all happen to be in Miami that are just trying this out, for fun, which means that they will absolutely have the mental advantage when it comes to close rounds, upsets during rounds and just all that kind of thing. So I assume that they're going to have maybe a little bit of an easier time at dealing with losses than barbecue. But that being said, barbecue could still absolutely have some heat packed up.
Absolutely. So, finding out just now, grouped in Miami got to pick first, and they got to pick defender side for Haven. Barbecue went on the attack for the start of things, so there you have it. Left side for grouped, right side for barbecue sauce. So you never know, maybe barbecue in Miami might be a good thing here, but we are finally getting ourselves underway here, and it's, fun to kind of get into this sort of position, just thinking what we're about to see from either side. And even with the Neon nerfs, she has been very persistent throughout the actual meta. I mean, Gareth, tell me about that.
Absolutely, yeah. Whenever I'm playing my games, Neon is absolutely one of the very highly contested agents, mainly because she does offer a lot of that rotation speed, right? Obviously, she was nerfed, but that was a while ago. People are over that. They've learned how to play with these nerfs, and honestly, the agent still feels kind of like the peak Danby level gameplay where she's slipping and sliding all over the place, hitting these crazy shots, an absolute menace with the shotgun, and it is pretty hard to shut her down. That being said, I do like the Cypher as an answer to that, because obviously, if Neon slides through that tripwire, it doesn't stop. I don't believe it stops you in your dash anymore, but it is still, kind of a shock, pun intended, to the Neon player, and that can kind of throw off aim. And honestly, in a game of Valorant where even a teeny tiny millisecond can mean the difference of life and death, I think that's all you need sometimes.
Absolutely, it does come down to those moments where you do decide if you're going to be a hero or just, someone who will eventually be a victim in someone else's story. So, Valorant is that type of game. And it's finally time to, get ourselves there on the game, obviously. I do have to mention that production may be a little bit weird because I've been constricted to a different setup, just temporarily, as you can see. Different background and everything. But, you still have the same Josh Barb on the observing, so we should be mighty fine and dandy to get ourselves here on the way. Hopefully all the audio is correct, because I remember last time what happened. It wasn't also dandy. Don't want you to remind them, but I knew I forgot some audio. So let me try to get game audio up as soon as possible. I got it. Okay, we're good. We're good to go here, and we are on the way here, Gareth.
Beautiful. And I mean, you're already seeing this Neon take some very aggressive angles. Not quite as aggressive as Spider JK opening up this match on sensing something's happening. My goodness, is not going to find anything. But Jinwoo, that name actually rings a bell. I think they played in a tournament before, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. As the spike is already going down, Zephyr trying to enter onto the site, is going to get sprayed down by that classic, which is going to be a nice step here. But Jinwoo from the back. Now we've kind of swapped positions. The T's have become CTs.
A little bit of extra movement to be had to kind of just figure out what to do with the current position. A 2-on-2 scenario. Yes, you kind of have that advantage of being able to get the post-plant scenario and make the defenders attack you, but at the same time, you become the defenders, and now you're opening up with the first kill, maybe even a few extra here. Depends how many heroics can be delivered. None, apparently, as Bam goes down, and that's the first one for Barbecue.
Honestly, it was a bit of a crazy round there. I won't lie to you. There was a lot of back and forth, but I do want to kind of interrupt myself a little bit and talk about Jinwoo, the Neon. And that's because I'm pretty sure I did see them play and actually casted over them in a previous tournament where they did play a lot of Raze and a lot of Neon. So they are definitely very comfortable on this agent. They're having a bit of a slower start from what I've certainly seen them been able to do, but granted, they were actually on a team with 4 other people, and I don't believe that the people that used to be on the team with are the same people here.
Interesting stuff. Few roster changes then to kind of see what happens. That's a beautiful little shot here. Spider not going to be surprised by the Cypher. Look at this. Very close
my
counter. The
goodness.
Shorty and Bandit yield some results. They get 2. They limit it down to a 3-on-3 here, but still, considering you only invested a Shorty and a Bandit, that is well worth it for you. And Group in Miami are still looking for their first, maybe even over an upset here.
Absolutely, and you know, Bam is holding a really strong angle with this shotty in the hand. You know, it's basically impossible to push out Garage. You need the Phoenix to rotate over there, otherwise, I mean, you can certainly feed shock darts into that area, but it's not really guaranteed. But Phoenix is going to have to be clearing this one out. No, has a couple flashes and a firewall in the back pocket, so coming out of the smoke will be a little easier. But they need to be careful of this timing that Bam has. They're lurking up, but they're not. No one's coming through. No one's taking the bait.
Take flight.
We're just happy to wait through this smoke duration.
Enemy tag.
One, but that's about it, though. They try to get off the site, but the end from the back is going to get 2 for free with the bandits.
30 seconds left.
Site, but look at that. The Cypher's not enough.
It's not gonna happen. I mean, you can't wallbang that sort of area. You're gonna have to rotate over down the other end. And, well, you do get the information on the second player, so can you make it there? Or maybe even set up a trap here for Zeptic. You know he's chasing you. You're just not going to care. You're going to have to
10
fight back.
seconds
But
left.
that Bandit already dealing some damage. They're very low. It's going to be an interesting way to see how they fight out of this one, because someone is on their tail. Stand bound, and the Thrifty comes through. Grouped in Miami, they get themselves over the line, and they upset around from Barbecue.
Win. Let your
I think the
senses come
important thing there
alive.
is that Sova was not able to plant the spikes. That's one old point that they have down. It seems kind of minuscule right now, but as we get into, you know, these rounds 3 and 4, that is going to start to be noticeable, because a Hunter's Fury is definitely one of the best ultis on this map. But let's take a look at this one more time. We saw a bit of a Tom and Jerry chase here,
You're gonna
where
have to
they're
fight
trying to
back.
run
That
after each
Bandit
other, or
already
trying to
dealing
swarm
some
after each
damage.
other.
They're very
rather.
low.
It's
It's gonna be an interesting way to see how they fight out of this one,
again, the
because
spike plant,
someone is
I don't
on
think
their
they
tail.
actually-
Stand back!
I think, yeah, not quite. So Zeptic gonna deny them that old point there.
I think a little bit more to beat them in this sort of fashion. I love the anti-eco strat, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Now you're gonna have to pivot to different ideas here, Jinwoo. I mean, besides being a main protagonist in a very popular anime, I'm not sure where he could have been playing. Good shots and not good enough there to take down your position, as right now it seems like Grouped in Miami have taken over a sort of offensive approach towards B, and now they've found themselves those proactive picks. They're gonna be happy to play this one from a bit of a safer position where they have numbers advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a criminal amount of space taken by Jinwoo. I'll be so honest. I mean, Neon loves rotating and taking space, but like going up to A lobby and past, that's a bit much. But regardless, we're going to see this Outlaw continuing to peep away.
One enemy remaining.
Bites the dust, Leanne gets theirs, and actually traps the second with a nice spray transfer. But Kiki, I'm actually very confused. I'm maybe a little bit behind my anime.
I mean,
that was a criminal amount of space taken by Jinwoo.
Oh, so
I'll be so
lovely.
honest. I mean,
It's,
Neon loves
you
rotating
know.
and taking space, but like
Yeah,
going up to
of
A
course, the
lobby
main
and
protagonist.
past,
I mean,
that's a
second,
bit much.
new season.
Regardless, we're going to see this
Eventually,
Outlaw
new season
continue
coming
to
up
peep
very
away.
soon.
One enemy remaining.
Bites the dust,
You know,
Leanne
it's
gets
kind of
theirs, and
forgotten
actually traps the second with a nice
Everyone
spray
kind of forgot
transfer.
about the previous few iterations, but all of a sudden they're back. And
Right.
let's have a look
Right.
if Grouped in Miami are back as well. The buy says so, and so does it say for Barbecue. So both sides, they have the guns, but look at the operator on Jinwoo.
Yep, and the posturing is definitely a little bit more careful here. They don't want to give Jinwoo the space to give any freebies over at CT or at T spawn there. Not that going to be committed here as the firewall comes up. He's going to give a little bit of safety to get the spike down, and they just get it off before it runs out. That's actually really, really huge because now it puts Grouped in Miami on a timer. It's a couple nice kills. He's going to keep the odds, but Jinwoo, protagonist, do you have the plot armor that we need you to have? There's like 15 smokes in his face. We can't see too much right now.
We're actually going to find out. Well, one goes down. Barbecue are still holding this position, although Jinwoo has gone a very, very deep position here. If they can just somehow build a magical wall in front of that opening to kind of get that defuse off safely, that would be very useful. But at this stage, you can see Jinwoo is already off saving.
Yep.
And I guess Khan will eventually choose the same
found my
fate.
wire.
He's opting to just go for it. Wait, he have to already! Can you look to second? He steals it away!
Oh my goodness!
Grouped in Miami, they just rob it in broad daylight. Barbecue thought they were safe.
Oh my gosh! That
would
is
be
beyond
very
an
useful,
inch.
but at this
That
stage,
is a
you can see
samurai.
Jinwoo is already up saving.
If I've ever seen
I
it.
guess
Look at
Khan
this.
will.
I don't think they realized that they got it
Oh,
down the
wait,
last.
he's opting to
If
just
they
go
don't
for
they-
it. Wait, he has it already. Can you look the second? He steals it.
They start spraying down, but it's too late. Oh my goodness. Crypto Miami, how do you ever pull that off? How do you ever pull that off?
Heroic scenes from the Mongolian Emperor Khan steps onto the scene, able to just absolutely upset a round that should have never been grouped in the first place. Well, Miami is where it is. They're gonna look to lose the operator unless we have a little bit of a repeat here coming in from Zephyr. He's gonna have to let this one go as Spider has already made his way up all the way towards the ramp, and now they're just gonna sit there and wait to see what happens next. In the meantime, they're looking to get some info towards B here, as that player advantage could look to give them some extra places to work off of.
My ultimate's ready. He's gonna break their spot, but has a nice spot on stairs for a flash. Double kill play in Davy Gravy. He's gonna have to give up the angle. But Zeptic, look at this! Another flank play. They're playing trigger. They're playing with
enemy
the food.
remaining.
Just get the kill. That's
Spike down A.
And with only one attacker remaining, it's just Spider JK. They stepped through Jinwoo's bullets before, but can they do this in a 4v1? Let's find out.
That was smart, because he saw where he was moving. He waited to see which position he was looking towards, and as you saw, the server was going towards A side, which means the information was given up. They knew that the second player was
Spike
going to
down
tell the
A.
majority of
And
A
with only
side,
one
and they
attacker
knew where
remaining,
to look
it's just
towards.
Spider JK.
Besides the
They
fact
stepped
that
through
trigger
Jinwoo's
discipline didn't
bullets
yield him a
before, but can
second
they do
kill,
this in a
it
4v1?
yielded him the
Let's find
information
out.
just
That
by
was
knowing where the
smart.
spike Because carrier he was saw
going.
where he was
Knowing
moving.
that
He waited to
the
see which position he was looking towards, and as you saw, the server was going.
And you know, just a certified Whiteout Wednesday finisher there, you know, making it all nice and snowy, nice and cold for our, you know, our good friends over at Frost Esports who are putting everything together. But regardless, they do want to commit to A site. Barbecue, it hasn't worked the past couple times. Are you sure rushing all 5 is going to do the trick? Jinwoo, they've already found the timing over there, but they do get shut down.
Blinding.
Maybe looking for a few more here. Looking to play around that smoke, looking for that headshot, not going to be able to find it just yet. They're able to get the first here. It's going to be all down to a few extra members are grouped in Miami. They've made the heroics happen
Last player
before.
standing.
I think it's a little too late for these ones here. I think it's a little too late to get this one over the line as they do go down. Barbecue secure themselves around with 4 remaining. Might have lost Gareth temporarily. I'm gonna go
they're able to get
first here. It's gonna be all down to a few extra members are grouped in Miami. They've made the heroics happen
Last
before.
player standing.
I think it's a little too late for these ones here. I think it's a little too late to get this one over the line as they do go down. Barbecue secure themselves around for the time being. So as soon as I find out what is happening, I will let you gents know, let you ladies and gents know, and we'll figure it out. But for now, time to get some action underway here, and potentially an attempt to get Gareth back in time. Cass, we're gonna kind of just explore towards sewers here. Not gonna find anyone just yet. Oh. Kills already found. Here Vel opens up towards one, towards C. Another one from Cass. The roams are coming in clutch. There's another one from Spider catching the timing. And right now, they've just secured themselves 3 kills for no harm whatsoever. 0 casualties on the side of Barbecue. And they have that sort of advantage already set in stone. They're probably going to have this sort of way into the round. And hopefully, they're going to get themselves back on track. It should be simple as.
One enemy remaining.
First kill, maybe for a few more. Could be a bit of an intriguing setup here.
Give me a corpse.
Okay. Okay, Khan is
Give me a corpse.
spamming us. But so basically,
Give me a corpse.
what happened
Give me a
is
corpse. Give me a corpse.
we basically have an issue here with the
Give me a corpse.
Discord. So yeah, Discord has been having downtime all day, so it's kind of hard to kind of hear, you know, members of the actual you know, audio, so it's gonna be a bit of an issue. We'll figure it out though. We will figure it out. Hopefully we do get Gareth back very soon.
Yes, sir. I came.
Oh, he's
I'm right
back.
here.
He's back. Okay, right. So yeah, Discord has been having downtime all day basically. It's been very buggy, so
Oh,
some
really?
of these occurrences may happen. They even announced on their Twitter site. DMs were down previously. Now it's some of the party chats, so this might happen a bit more often. But in
Camera taken
general,
out.
we should be able to still have the feed live and going. It's not an internet issue. It's legit just a Discord issue. But we're back at it, and Hunter's Fury used early here.
Yeah, Zephyr gonna try to find a few positions, but isn't able to find anything. So that's one ulti down. But Barbecue still have two very powerful ultis to play with a Hunter's Fury of their own, as well as a Blade Storm. And it looks like it'll be committed towards this A site. The Jet just kind of creeping up through sewers here. Trying to listen for anything, but no sound. They might have heard the Clove jump. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, able to get that Phantom rocked and rolling, although it is only a trade technically, judging by the actual casualty that was found. In the meantime, towards window now.
Oh,
Jinwoo
Jinwoo again.
looking for it. I mean, how greedy can you get? It worked once. Do you think it works over again? The timing is not on your side. And that's going to be a free one here for Cass, as they do get themselves a player advantage just before they had themselves into the more stacked side, technically, here of
30
Yo,
seconds
Barbecue
left.
are looking for it, but there is a few kills extra. The running back still keeps Pulse alive. There's another one from Bam, bringing it back here. No more kills. The revive is popped though, so they're gonna have to look to find some safe thing to revive. Not gonna happen. Cass converts into a 4K.
Huge investment from the side of Grouped in Miami. If I'm
30
not
seconds
mistaken,
left.
because
Wow,
there's
there's a few
absolutely
kills extra. The running
that's a
back
big.
still
That's
keeps
an expensive.
Pulse
I
alive.
feel
There's
like
another one
this
from Bam, bringing it back here. No more kills. The revive is popped though, so they're gonna have to look to find some safe thing to revive. Not gonna happen. Cass converts into a 4K.
Could not find it, even a single shot on any other player. So that definitely is not ideal.
Yeah, but absolutely able to. Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
That's all good. I was just gonna say, like, it's down for the next few rounds, so they are gonna have to play a little bit more reserved.
Yeah. Okay. It will come down to them as well, because you know 4-4. You really want to win your card. And with those kinds of shots, Barbecue might be in it, able to bring the pain here. Looking for the shots to reply. Bam, unable to, and Jinwoo is left to his own accord alongside the Sova. So how much can they really bring forward here? Oh boy, it's been a rough span of the last few shots.
Last player
Anymore,
standing.
it can spell disaster for the economy. It is only sheriffs, but still. You have to feel for them. No kills, nothing at all.
Nope.
Take home, and the wide pop-in swing will send them home promptly.
Absolutely, you know, BBQ on a bit of a
Really
hot
bring
streak
forward
here.
here.
They, you know, had the
boy,
flawless
it's
round
been
there,
a
and I
rough
believe
span
they
of
lost
the
a
last
couple
two
members.
shots.
Last
Anymore,
player
but
standing.
Unfortunately,
Spell
Jinwoo,
disaster
again,
for the
we just got
economy.
attacked
Is
by this
only
guy.
sheriffs, but
Back when he was
still.
playing with his
Have to feel for them. No kills,
they
nothing
were
at
popping
all.
off really well, but it seems like in this game they have just had the most unlucky timings. They found so many free angles into a lobby, into window, and it is just not gone their way. Like basically any time aside from the first time.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, and well, Valorant is a timing game. You don't really need to have the aim if you have the sort of timings in your head built in, and just you kind of wait on those off angles, see what you can get for yourself. Sometimes it's a little bit of luck, sometimes it's a little bit of unluck, what can you say? But in that sort of same sense, you still go out, fight, and win the duels that you get given fairly, the one-on-ones, the one-on-twos even, the transfers. And let's see if Barbecue have just that. Immediate find coming through from Vel. Spider is sharp as ever as well, finding the second shot, and now they are finally bringing the pain here. There's not much left from Grouped in Miami. They're just falling like flies. Not many remaining. Galeon looking for a few more to grab back. Unable to though. No running back to speak of, just burning to the wrong wall. It's gonna be a rough span. There's no way they're gonna be able to retake this, but where do you go from here onwards?
Well, I don't know. Grouped in Miami did get a really clutch defuse before.
Yeah?
Can they do it again? It's not looking so likely, as they do have 4 members. Barbecue has 4 members posted up on site. And, you know, maybe they can get some exit frags here, as Bam is holding a nice crossfire with Leanne. As I say that, Leanne is going to run away properly. But yeah, honestly, again, like I said, Barbecue on a bit of a hot streak. They had a bit of a colder opening. Again, grouped on Miami, maybe just, you know, out-timing them a couple times, which would absolutely line up with how Jinwoo's timings have gone before. You know, maybe BBQ has cracked the code. Maybe they've learned all of grouped in Miami's timings, and it's just up to them to adapt.
Boy, it's been a rough
Spike
span of the last 2 shots.
Last
Any
player
more
standing.
will can spell disaster for the economy. Is only sheriffs, but still pie in that deal for them. No kills, nothing at all. Take home and the why. It's still rough to lose round after round. That's no sense. 10 gone by, and Barbecue are already back from a span of what, 5 in a row? That's crazy.
You know, on the side of Barbecue as well, they do have the Blade Storm, which is an extremely powerful ulti, but what I really want to call attention to is this overdrive from Neon. It's been online for the past 3-4 rounds, and it just has not seen, you know, any kind of use. Maybe it's because Jinwoo is getting shut down too quickly, but at the same time, you need to try and use it, otherwise it's just sitting there for fun.
It does come to effect here. 10 rounds gone, and well, no ults to be had so far. Vel already taking down another neural death. They'll be eliminated from the chance. No possibility to use it either, as no bodies were found.
Spike
Jinwoo
planted.
just kind of stuck outside of the site. And yeah, you might have that sub operator now. It could get you some kills. We start with 1. Maybe a few more necessary if you want to talk about this round being yours here, Miami.
Yep. And look at this off angle from Bell on the logs. Is going to get taken out by Zeptic. But Jinwoo is going to look to hold long here as Davey Gravy has a nice recon dart. He's going to see, but they still have a couple T's in CT. Oh no, it's a crunch. I think everyone forgot about the Phoenix able to avoid the off shot. It's going to be some crazy unlucky timing from Jinwoo once again. Davey Gravy from the back is going to continue
look at
this
off
crunch.
angle from
And
Bell
on the logs is going to get taken out by Zeptic. But Jinwoo is going to look to hold on here as Davey Gravy has a nice recon dart. He's going to see, but they still have a couple T's in CT. Oh no, it's a crunch. I think everyone forgot about the Phoenix able to avoid the off shot. It's going to be why they are, you know, maybe the higher seed in this team. I think it's seed 4 versus seed 22.
Indeed, but seeds are usually just generated by the time of who joins when. Just because this is a one-day tournament, there is no prior ranking because it's every time a different map. So it's generally random seeds when it comes down to the gameplay. Although, still, it might mean something in the sort of sense where, you know, you joined first, you were more excited, so, you know, you might be able to get to the finals first. You never know. But in that sort of same sense, 1 casualty already found. And grouped in Miami, they've had the span of those 4 rounds ever since getting with Thrifty, and had an incredible few showings. But ever since, Barbecue have just been dominating over the past 6 rounds.
Absolutely, they have been. You know, finding 2 kills already onto Grouped in Miami is definitely not what you want to start off with. But you know, Cypher, in a bit of a sneaky angle here on Garage, is going to note the presence of spam, pushes through, sees everyone, but unfortunately is just not enough. And wow, Spider JK, again, like you said, the sharpest ever, shooting this guy through the smoke. Now Bam, the last alive, is going to get taken down by those Blade Storms, and that's a really nice half to start off Barbecue. But at the same time, Cypher, Miami, sneaky angle here on Garage. There's no best of 3 here. You've got to pull this one back, otherwise your Lucy is just not enough. And wow, Spider JK, again, like you said, the sharpest.
Saying that Thrifty, and then ever since, you really didn't have that luck in that sort of same sense. As you can see in the middle of the scoreboard, 1 towards the side of Barbecue, 4 for the group in Miami, and then Barbecue are just on a roll after that. 7 in a row. And they might yet go for more here. They're absolutely dominating. Vel being on top of the scoreboard alongside Cass and Spider. Which is not to say that Davey Gravy and Pulsonics are not doing as much work. They just haven't had the need to do much more. You know, 2 kills trailing behind third, obviously. But it's a whole team effort here coming through. And so far, they're doing really well. But let's see how the defensive side things holds up. And they have a great read here. A perfect read instead. 4 towards the side. Cypher's guarding the B side. And everything else. It's a meat grinder. And the main ingredient has been grouped in Miami.
I got this.
That was absolutely DV's. A phenomenal play, right? It's an amazing read. Obviously, as the Neon, you want to abuse these pistol rounds because you can't really get one shot as easily. And it's very hard to hit a Sheriff shot on that dashing Neon. But man, oh man, what a gamble stack from Barbecue. You're just read Group in Miami like a book, leaving them scrambling basically. They did get the spike, but they've got no kills to their name. They've got literally nothing aside from a couple
Last
smokes
player
and maybe a bit of
standing.
util. But now they don't
Spike
even have their
down,
smokes.
C.
It's just the Cypher, and they only have that donut left to play with.
The way they said they would have to play that retake if they won B, they know off of those Cypher trips. If they won C, they're into a Doom stack, and A was just being shoulder peaked. So they really had a solution for everything. So the gamble stack was low risk, very high reward in that same sense, and well, it worked out. Let's just see
30
how many
seconds
more
left.
can and can't take. Only one will be the answer. But my oh my, Barbecue.
Yeah.
Out there on a hot one. I mean, no pun intended, but they are on a hot one.
Yeah.
Was just being
I mean, hey
shoulder
man,
peaked.
pun intended. They're
So
absolutely
they
cooking
really
Group in
had a
Miami
solution
right now.
for
Like
everything.
they're doing some
Gamble stack
downright
was
dastardly
low
things
risk,
to this team,
very high
and
reward
unfortunately,
in
there
that
just doesn't
same
seem to be
sense
a
as
lot of
well.
answers here
Worked out.
from the
Let's
side
just
of Group
see
in
how
Miami.
many more
Maybe
can
it's
and
a bit of a
can't
coordination issue because as we've seen across a lot of these rounds, Group in Miami are not very grouped. You know, their name's a little deceptive, but Barbecue, they're right up against each other. They're doing 4 stacks, 5-man pushes, everything in the book, but they're all playing together, which is what's important.
Absolutely. Now an anti-eco, you know, what more could you want from this second half? And besides that, it's been a glorious one. So let's have a look at see if Vel will be the one to kind of answer here first. Oh boy, Vel is able to get one. Leon will get that plant up, I believe, unless he's denied by utility. But no, they're gonna learn plant. But this sort of position, it can be ninja diffused as we've seen before.
One
But in this
enemy
case, they
remaining.
might just get rid of everyone first and then figure out what to do. Zeptic is slipped
Wow.
on the line here. They don't figure it out until a bit later, but still the same outcome. Group in Miami, they take no one down.
Flawless.
That is true. I was just gonna say, Leon got the plant. Okay, that's pretty important. Runner back is very cheap ulti. It did recently get nerfed to be 7
One
points,
enemy
which,
remaining.
you know, it feels like a lot, obviously, because we're used to it being 6. Wow. I do think that if there is going to go back to this game, it is going to be the 6v5 here from the side of Group of Miami. If they can get that numbers advantage, maybe it's doable, but otherwise, they're going to need a little bit more.
Absolutely. Man, who am I gonna pick now when I get that, you know, daily quest of use ultimates, you know, that weekly quest of use ultimates?
Right.
Honestly, if I can pick my Phoenix, but in that sort of same sense, that Phoenix is dealing the damage, and he might even get an ultimate right away. Barbecue, able to kind of immediately swipe back at them. This is the bonus round. Can we just clarify? It's a bonus round. They should not be winning it. They should be just taking as many casualties as possible with them. They plan on completely winning it. They gave a B side. It was another gamble stack, and it worked out. They're gonna be happy to play this retake.
Look at Septic. Look
Right
at that.
here.
Once again, they might have found a gap in the defense. We'll find this. I mean, they hear the drone. They're not pushing up just yet. Sova, I think, is on their trail, though. Bakan pushing up. There's no way. It's a bit of Valorant timing. Zeptic manages to get them. Bakan is so near, yet so far from death that they don't even know it. Are they going to be able to find the free pieces? They do. They find the head. They find the second and the third. Look at that. The fourth in the round. Group to Miami. Finally having an answer, and it sounds a lot like console. I mean, that was a phenomenal. Sova, I think, is on their trail. They were able to steal back away from Barbecue. But the only question I have is, can they keep this up? Is so near, yet so far from down. They don't even know it.
It's in the name.
They find the freebies. They find the
fact that he
they
was
find
on
the
2
second and
HP
the
whilst taking every shot and not even allowing the time for them to fight back, it means that Group in Miami still have something left in them, and it might be that little bit of calm that everyone was missing. Phantoms and Vandals alive. The gun round is upon us, and this might just decide who is able to take it or who is able to prolong the potential inevitable.
Yeah, gonna open it up here. He's gonna the position of 1 and 2 actually. Way too quick on the draw. Takes out the Phoenix before they can get the return pick. Deal with this. A bit of a team flash there, but it doesn't matter. The trades are there for Group of Miami. Finally finding their footing on this attack half. And Jinwoo with a really nice aggressive angle. Once again, the timings are crazy from this guy. And they're gonna keep pushing. They don't even care. They're pushing through, and they do get it. The hero slide to grab another. They can get the return pick. Something's definitely changed. There's a bit of a team
I believe
clash
they
there, but it
remembered
doesn't
that they
matter.
are here
The
for
trades
fun,
are there
and
for
they
Group of
just
Miami. Finally
confidence
finding
through the
on this
roof,
attack half,
tactics
and
out
Jinu
the
with a
window.
really
Kind of
nice
reminding me of
aggressive
that,
angle.
you
Once
know,
again, the timing is
certainty
so crazy
to
from this guy.
Valorant
They're gonna keep
team
pushing. They don't even
that
care.
was just
They're
put
pushing.
together by one tricks and YouTubers, and they got picked up by a huge org. Some of you may know it, but eventually, you know, you get the idea. You know, Group in Miami realized that it's all for fun, and that's when they thrive. That's when the confidence kicks through the roof, and they might, just might, be in this one here, Gareth.
Absolutely. Now, Davey Gravy is going to be calling the timeout for Barbecue, which is, I mean, obviously, right, it seems like Group de Miami pretty decisively won the past couple rounds, so the timeout is to be expected, but I wonder what they're talking about. If I had to guess anything, it is probably going to be about the C site, because, you know, on the first round of the swap, Barbecue basically gambled the C site. They absolutely hit it huge, got a flawless round near, or at least very near a flawless round, but they have the run it back. You know, it's a phenomenal tool. Even though it's still 7 ulti points, you can still kind of use it a little carelessly, because at the end of the day, you're Phoenix, and if you're not taking space with the run it back, you're kind of using it wrong. So, you know, from what I've seen, this Phoenix has been able to play aggressive, but I just hope that they find the right stack.
I don't think
Otherwise, this is going to be a really awkward ulti.
I don't think this bear can really fit through that window. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
Nope, step bear, I'm stuck. Anyway, look at this push on C long.
Yeah, alright, so
lead
no
charge.
gamble stack this time. I mean, it is towards A, but it's not gonna pay off. They guessed correctly this time. Group in Miami able to get that one done and over the line as soon as possible. I don't think there's much for Barbecue to be had in this round. The retake is a little bit too far-fetched. I mean, time already gone. Jinwoo has that gorgeous position again towards window. He swings it and he gets away unscathed, basically. He gets the kill and gets out.
Look at this turn. The Spider JK gonna be taking the shoulder off of the clove, but is now forced back with only a class X to their name. Davey Gravy on the window angle has a sheriff to play with, but Zeptic over the much cooler Sova is gonna be finding another kill. That Phantom now Bell from the back. And who finds them on double doors, but look at Console! Look at this nice angle that they've got here. It's a crunch waiting to happen yet again. This guy's ridiculous with map control. Might be finding the Omen pretty soon.
One enemy remaining.
I thought it's Jinwoo.
A reply found from Veldo, able to get one, maybe an extra one. Okay, Vel able to get 2 at least for the taking, but Group Miami still putting up the numbers, you know. You think, okay, you know, Haven's attacker side, but, you know, Barbecue were just more elite on the duels when we saw them on the attacking side. They weren't as, you know, non-dominant as we are seeing them right now, and well, it's becoming a bit of a problem for them. And Group Miami, they are hot on their heels, and right now, Barbecue might be in a little bit of trouble here.
I think a little bit is a bit of an understatement because, again, right, Barbecue was absolutely grilling Miami for the past, like, what, 8 rounds? But now they've just completely lost it, and this is the last time, well, not the last time, but if they lose this round, they are going to have to save. Like, the most they're going to be having is a Bucky and a couple Sheriffs. So Spider JK, they've got to go big here, otherwise this is just going to be a huge investment for nothing. Jinwoo gonna find the kill onto 2 of them. Look at this guy. Now he's online. He had a bit of a rocky start. People were starting to down, including himself, including all of us. Finds a third. Can they grab the ace here? 29 health left. Not the ace, but they do still survive, and not quite against Davey Gravy. But the trades are there immediately. Grouped in Miami, finally playing with each other. That's not sus at all, but they're finally grouping up here. This is what we wanted to rocky start in this first half. They were a little bit too spread out. Now they all of us working together, and it's working like a
absolutely clinical, being able to just kind of work off each other's utility as well. You know, just the initiator being able to open up space, Jinwoo using that space to kind of get those extra kills, and well, this time he got 3. Last time he used them to lurk towards window and garage, so there's plenty of things to do. And if Jinwoo can stay active for a little while longer, 5 rounds to be precise for them, they could be in it to win it here, Gareth, and I cannot stress this enough. We did not see them in this position, judging by how Barbecue played the first half, won the pistol, and then won the force as well.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Jinwoo gonna note the position of at least 1. I don't know if they were able to tell it was a Sova. I do know a defender's here, but Davey Gravy gonna opt for a Sewers approach as a Paranoia is lined up. They could very well fight this if they feel the heat. But Leon gonna look mid. Not gonna find anything, but a lot of noise is heard from the Cypher and the Phoenix. So Barbecue could be looking for a bit of a trap play here.
Should be interesting to see. The shock's not gonna really get you much damage, but it does clear out the possibility. He's left unchecked. The luck. It's gonna hit any second now. They are just waiting for it, but guess who's waiting for them? Khan, ready for it. Looking to just kind of hold the back of his team together here. The runner back immediately eliminated here. Liam trying to chip one in. Bam, gets another. And now they are racking up the casualties. Here we go then. Now trying to find out a few more bodies here. Then we're all dead. Able to find so many of them. Spider answers. It's only pistols to kind of survive against Grouped in Miami. And judging by how good they've been, it's kind of criminal. I don't know. Picking up the Phantom. Able to find a few extra. Able to find a few too many for Miami to handle. They're looking for the last few survivors. And JK is on a roll. 1-on-1. Whoever wins the duel could decide the fate of the very map here. Looking for the defuse. Looking to stick it. Looking to bring it back here. Does get the time.
He does not get it! He doesn't get it! Oh, does he?
No, he doesn't. He did not get it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god, we could not have seen a more intense round. We just
and
gotta see that again.
JK is on a roll. 1-on-1. Whoever wins the duel could decide the fate of the very map here. Looking for the defuse. Looking to stick it. Looking to bring it back here. Does get the time.
He doesn't classic. Not even the Phantom, and just that right click just domes the Jet, takes her down, and just barely wins the Group of Miami the round, keeping this momentum going, and is going to keep that economy rock solid. Again, Barbecue forced to force.
Brilliant. 0.03 seconds remaining of the defuse. That's just when you go to Riot Games and ask them to reduce the clock of the actual, defuse timer by 1%, and you'll be like, okay, I'm happy here. And that's just crazy. It's criminal. Just for reference, 1% is 0.07 seconds off of the timer. So they had less than 1% of the bombs left defused. But speaking of, they are still on a roll here. The Phantom is yielding results here. Spider replies, and the only one who has been replying here so far. Looking for a few more. Bladestorm still active here. Jinwoo gets his, and there's only one player remaining. It's a little too late as they get gunned down, and we're on double digits for both.
There you go, Jinwoo really popping off here. Initially, I was going to say that Barbecue was favored in the second half, but Group of Miami showing us they can't really count them out just yet. This is Valorant after all. Anything can happen here. Trolli prize money, and these people are really trying their absolute hardest to get this killer prize pool of 100 smackers, 20 per player, mind you. So, this really is just a Whiteout Wednesday special. You never know who's going to win. It doesn't matter what your seed is. It doesn't matter what win streak you've got built up. Anything can happen. And at this point, Group of Miami look to be dictating the pace of the game on this full buy versus Eco.
I think they can deliver a little bit more as well. They've always been able to kind of look to find themselves behind Barbecue after those first 4 rounds. Let's see if they can go ahead and, kind of produce with the pressure on them. And so far, seems like they can. Vel, great positioning here, but Pulse is the one to kind of snipe them out the air. Not even the air, but just the headshot of a crazy moving Neon. So good to find another one from Pulse, but the rest of his team is just dying. If I was Pulse, I'd be saying, yo, wait, let me just get the frags and then just play off of me, get the guns. But at that stage, it's a little bit too late. And, well, at TV3, yes, you do have the weapons, you do have the Hunter's Fury, but there's no information to be had. Although I would not blame them if they went for this.
I think they're gonna have to. They're creeping up here. They're looking for it. I don't think they note the player backside. Zeptic has a really strong angle. He's gonna whip up the recon dart. Maybe at the wrong time. It does go off. That flash is gonna basically guarantee that they die. But from long, Bam is gonna reveal their positions. But I don't think they know there's still an attacker in CT.
Concentrate's over.
Oh, and Leon takes him down from behind. Group of Miami finally up. This is the first time in this series where they have, well, actually the second time. They did start off this game. They did manage to snag it. It does go off Barbecue. But ever since then, it's been Barbecue in the driver's seat. But now, once again, Miami's reversed it. Now they're in the lead. And again, Barbecue is now on an eco. They have to save here. And Group of Miami still on a full buy. They did lose some guns, but they have a lot of extra pocket money.
Yeah, absolutely, but losing this one might mean losing the entire tournament. This could be done and dusted for you. So unlike the Rocket League tournaments that you've seen on Proxy Esports, etc., this one is a little bit different. You don't have that second place follow-up money where you're able to kind of work off of that you know, oh, it's okay, we went to grand finals, we got a reward. Nah, you lose, you're out. Only the winners get crowned here. Only the winners get that league trolley 100 smackaroos. So let's see if they're able to deliver anything here so far. Cass able to get one going alongside Paul's Phoenix. And now Barbecue are finally thriving here. In the meantime, though, that's another one. Running back used already, and it seems like it's done enough, though. 3-on-3, but the neural theft active, and there will be extra info. Not gonna matter, though. The shots found from Spider, and Barbecue could be having the first. It's all down to Septic in the 1v3.
Never mind. I was gonna start hyping him up and go, Zeptic, you've got to lock in here, but no. Spider JK shuts it down instantly in less than a snap of a finger.
3-on-3,
They shut it
they're all
down.
that
The hopes of
active.
Group Miami
There will be extra
once
info.
again.
Not gonna
Barbecue
matter,
showing that
though.
they
The
can
shots
still come
found
back
from
even
Spider,
after
and
that string
Barbecue
of
could be
devastating
having the
losses.
first. It's all down to Septic in the 1v3. If only you could just write this and ask someone to tell you what the score will be after a 10-4 scoreline. You can guess that the answer would be 11-all.
Nope.
There is no chance you'd actually picture this comeback, and then the other team also kind of bringing it back. So Barbecue is still kind of considered on the back foot, judging by the fact that they have no money on 2 of the weapons if they lose this one. So you gotta be considerate. Group in Miami still have that great advantage where if they win this round, they're gonna have a huge advantage in the next one. So let's see if they can grab it while it's still there.
You're out.
Paul's going to be able to grab Jinwoo right off the bat. That's the main space maker for Group in Miami. They do still have the Phoenix, but I do think that Neon is far more proficient at getting space. But Pulse, again, on this off angle, has a nice flash to play with, but it looks like Bam has snuffed it out and will not fall for it yet. Another B hit in the cards for Group in Miami. They got to speed this one up, though. The crunch is coming in hot.
Plants there though, so they have this sort of advantage of the fact that the time is on their side. Look at the rest of the pack of Barbecue. They're gonna opt to go all the way through C long, but information given already.
Take flight.
Both Cypher trips nullify at the same time. I'm not sure if they timed it well enough to the fact that the Cypher would think it's only one, although they would see it happen on the map anyway, so they should be aware of the possibility here. Great curveball coming in through, and Phoenix gets the win here, but guess which one? Leon able to get immediately off the screen here. Vel gets another one here. Barbecue needs to stick in. There's not enough cover. There's only one. Bam comes out on top, ultimately in the aftermath, and Grouped in Miami are first to 12.
Match point.
And is this overtime? Group in Miami could end this right here, right now, but let's look at this replay. Once again, we saw a lot of crazy clutch kills.
Leon
A lot of split kills, actually. A lot of good trades.
Vel gets another one here. Barbecue needs to
Backside.
stick in. There's not enough cover. There's only one. Bam comes out on top.
For their team, keeping us in this game. But man, oh man, again, as if the tension wasn't high enough already, now we've got to come with a very close decision here. Group of Miami still has an ult advantage and a very powerful one at that. If this 103 finds 2 kills, I'm very certain that is going to be the game for Group of Miami. Ultra Dog, we pop those Spider and Davey Gravy find theirs immediately. And just as I said, I'm about to caster cursed it because Barbecue looks to be in the driver's seat here, finding 3 kills for absolutely nothing. And Group of Miami, they do have the spike, but there's no run, there's no not dead yet. They need to be a little bit more careful. Hunter's Fury expended, no drone left. Still
Last player
it's
standing.
just rough. It's so rough,
Spike
Davey
down
Gravy.
A.
And now it's just Septic. I mean, how did this happen? How did we even get here? It's like a roller coaster. But it's just going straight up to just straight down.
Yeah, it was a gamble stack, and even with the lesser weaponry, they played the Vandals up front with the Phantoms, and they were able to still make that even matchup work. It was just about getting the shot. They flawless them with the rest of the weaponry, and they send us into overtime. Barbecue are not
Switching
done
sides.
just yet.
Over.
Not just yet. You know, they're cooking with gasoline here. They're
stack,
starting
and
to
even with the
increase
lesser
the amount of
weaponry,
propane
they
that they've
played the
got
Vandals
flooding
up
into the
front with
grill,
the Phantoms,
and it's
they were able
just
to
oh my
still
goodness.
make that even
I can't
matchup
even
work.
believe
Not
what we're
getting
seeing
the
here
shot. They
because man,
flawless
oh
them with the
man,
rest
this
of
is
the
absolutely
and they sent us
crazy.
into overtime.
Side of Groups in Miami. Again, they looked so strong that they had a really nice win streak once we did swap sides, but it looks like we're going to swap sides again. I'm hoping that they are able to kind of still keep their head in the game and, you know, just push all these, you know, all those losses aside and just lock in here because this is what's important. This is where it matters. This is where Valorant turns from a sprint into a marathon. And if you can keep a cool head, you are going to be coming out on top.
I've been monitoring chat, and you know, they say that Group of Miami might be a book because they're easily readable, but who could have thought that this comeback would have happened? Not me, that's for sure. So let me know in chat, who do you guys have winning this one? And, well, we only have a few minutes to find out because overtime is upon us. 2 rounds needed to collect. But let's see, immediate proactivity coming in from Pre-Barbecue. They seem to have enough to sort of Group of Miami dominant. But it seems like that Group of Miami have just started. They're back at it to their winning ways. Spider clutching up with some fights. Clinical kills. Leon replies. And Spider denied the ace. The runner back immediately propelled back to the initial owner. Cass able to fling over another kill. 1-on-1, he knows the position, he just needs the kill. Can he be the hero of barbecue? Can he find it? Yes! No, he will not! Liam shuts him down! And Gripped in Miami, first to 13 again, leading for the match.
What a nail fighter that was! Look at these amazing shots from Spider. Unfortunately, they guessed the wrong.
The runner back
Cass as well.
immediately
Look at this.
propelled
He
back
pushes
to
up
the initial owner. Cass able to fling over another kill. 1-on-1, he knows the position.
Nice footwork to
He
avoid the cam. And just plays in a nice off angle. But again, now only 1 point away from sweet victory. They can't let this get to their head. But something they can let get to their head and their taste buds is the sweet worms of Trolli. With as many crazy flavors as we have had crazy rounds, there's definitely no end to the fun that you can have. And honestly, it's a party in Valorant. You can have a party in your mouth with just a single pack of these bad boys. But anyway, enough talking about the Trolli. Let's get talking about the round. As a drone is going to reveal just a little bit for the side of Grouped.
Wait, there might be a repeat here coming through, and I have noticed that there has been an investment from Spider into that glass cannon of an operator. They did tag Jinwoo, I'm pretty sure, on the leg during that sort of climb, and yes, they did. 30 HP left for Jinwoo after that sort of aftermath. So let's have a little bit of a look here on what actually happens here as well. No one wants to make that proactive play of potentially bringing your team down to the 4 and 5. Here we go, Leon though has the confidence to make it happen though. Wall up and looking for that spam. The Phantom couldn't get the kill. He gives up last second. He gets back on him. Locks unable to get the kill. No trade to be had as Pulse decides against pushing onwards. And Jinwoo gets another. Grouped in Miami, a few moments away from crowning themselves champions. Let's see if they can find a bell. Doesn't think so. Operator traded back still for that Phantom, thinking that might be needed for the retake here.
And look at this console coming in hard with a nice flank. Could this be finding value? The runner back is going to be committed. It gets shut down, and so does
One enemy remaining.
Look at this con from the back. He's going to find 2, and look at that. The attackers have done
win.
it. Grouped in Miami are your Whiteout Wesley challenge or champions. My apologies. There was certainly a challenge to winning that game. But let's watch this last map.
That might be needed for the retake here.
Back one more time because again, console coming in hard with a nice flank. Could this be finding value? The runner back is going to be committed. It gets shut down, and didn't find as much value as he needed. But it doesn't matter because look at this. The second he got that double kill, it was just over. They could just play the numbers, and even if the last player from the defenders managed to grab 2 kills, they would still be down because they had that third there. And again, a big congratulations from Grouped in Miami for winning that one.
Absolutely. I mean, it was clinical from start to finish in terms of that sort of, you know, comeback, coming alive. Barbecue, I mean, you know,
right?
Wow, what a game of the game.
I get you.
The comebacks, the ups, the downs. I gotta say, people in chat, you've been definitely given one heck of a show. There's no doubt about it, and you know what? You deserve the show. You deserve the show. I mean, what else could Frost Esports, you know, Whiteout Wednesdays and League Trolli bring you other than the show, you know, besides me and Gareth, of course. Josh was there too, but he was the minor part of the production. Trust. Just the minor part. Giving us the whole screen and clean feed and everything else, but minor part. Hey, listen. He's still a big part of my heart, and you know what else is a big part of my heart is the amazing worms at Trolli, because yes, baby, they got so many amazing flavors and such a really good price. You know, a lot of stuff is very expensive nowadays, but Trolli, you get the most bang for your buck with the sweet, the sour, and everything.
outside and in between. These worms are where it's at. And honestly, as the players are going to be getting their prize money, the Trolli CEO, the big worm themselves, is slithering on over to drop that prize money into their PayPals and get them the dough, which they should absolutely buy some Trolli worms with. But Kiki, one question I gotta ask is, what's your favorite flavor of Trolli?
I gotta say, I mean, I like the regular sour ones, you know, the regular sour worms, you know, but especially the green and orange one, you know, the little bit of apple alongside the orange. I mean, it just kind of wakes up that sort of energy feeling in your mouth and eventually, you know, gets you rolling for the rest. But in that sort of same sense, speaking of the sort of flavors, we had a flavorful tournament today. I mean, some brand new names. They gave us a show, and grouped in Miami, I believe, just gave us the best show of all in that sort of finish. I mean, it was ultimately just a crazy few storylines in that sort of game alone. The comebacks, the sort of energy. We touched up on the actual scoreboard as well, where, you know, Vel, Spider, Pulse, they had that sort of, you know, momentum, but, you know, it's a beautiful team game, ultimately. It's a beautiful team game, and, well, you know, Gareth, it's been an absolute pleasure casting alongside you again. But where can the people find you if they do wish to do so?
Oh man, well, you know what, if you want to come and find me on the YouTube where I do a bunch of crazy stuff, you can catch me at Gareth Esports Casting. Right now I'm making some custom Valorant agents. I've got a chess agent video in the works. It was really tough, but I pulled it off, and right now I have a few different challenges. I've got Steve from Minecraft, Akuma from Street Fighter, and there is one other secret pick that I'm not going to reveal quite yet, but I'm just waiting on some votes to figure out what I should do. But Kiki, I'm going to turn the floor to you. Where can we find you?
You know what? Best part to do is just do !casters, and then you'll be able to find both of us there, you know, just hanging out most likely in the same links, you know. I mean, maybe not the same links, but eventually in the same, you know, sort of paragraph where the links will be to our actual, you know, place, to our actual moment. But in that sort of same sense, it's been an incredible span of, well, maybe even over 40 minutes, but an incredible map nonetheless. I would have not wanted it any other way, alongside with Josh Barb in the back. I forgot to link him, but if you go to Frost Esports on Twitter, or even Whiteout Wednesdays on Twitter, you'll be able to follow up with all the news along these Wednesdays. Maybe even your team gets there again, or maybe you even decide to join us here, and, well, maybe we get to cast you as well, and you bring us some amazing clips. So, Gareth, anything to say to the audience?
Goodbye and good night, and a big thank you to Trolli for sponsoring us once again. A big thank you to Frost Esports for making this possible, and I am out. We'll catch you on the next one.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Stay frosty.
Note the player backside. Zeptic has a really strong angle. It's going to whip up the recon dart. Maybe at the wrong time. It does go off. That flash is going to basically guarantee that they die, but from long, Bam is going to reveal their positions, but I don't think they know that there is still an attacker in CT.
Concentrate, over.
Oh, and Leon takes him down from behind
Here, Miami.
Yep. And look at this off angle from Bell on the logs. Is going to get taken out by Zeptic. But you know, it's going to look to hold long here as Davey Gravy has a nice recon dart. He's going to see, but they still have a couple T's in CT. Oh no, it's a crunch. I think everyone forgot about the Phoenix able to avoid the off shot. It's going to be some. Going to find the kill onto two of them. Look at this guy. Now he's online. He had a bit of a rocky start. And people are starting to down him, including myself, including all of us. Finds a third. Can they grab the ace here? 29 health left. Not the ace, but they do still survive, and not quite against Davey Gravy. But the trades are there immediately.
And the main ingredient has been grouped in Miami.
I got this.
That was absolutely devious. A phenomenal play, right? It's an amazing read. Obviously, as the Neon, you want to abuse these pistol rounds because you can't really get one shot as easily, and it's very hard to hit a sheriff shot on that dashing Neon. But man, oh man, what a gamble stack.
Aware of the possibility here. Great curveball coming in through. And Phoenix gets the win here, but guess which one? Leon able to get immediately off the screen here. Vel gets another one here. Barbecue needs to stick in. There's not enough cover. There's only one. Bam comes out on top, ultimately in the aftermath already. And it seems like it's done enough though. 3-on-3, but the neural theft active, and there will be extra info. Not gonna matter though. The shots found from Spider and Barbecue could be having the first. It's all down to Zeptic in the 1v3.
Never mind. I was gonna start hyping him up just yet. Sova, I think, is on their trail, though, but Khan pushing up. There's no way. It's a bit of Valorant timing. Zemtic manages to get them, but Khan is so near, yet so
My
far
eyes
from
are
death
down.
that they don't even know it. Are they going to be able to
One
find the
enemy
freebies? They
remaining.
do. They find the head. They find the second and the third.
I
Look at
hate
that.
losing
The
to
fourth in the
underground
round.
doctors.
Group to Miami.
Side technically here of
30
Yo,
seconds
Barbecue
left.
are looking
Wow.
for it, but there is a few kills extra. The running back still keeps Pulse alive. That's what they want from Bam, bringing it back here. No more kills. The revive is caught though, so they're gonna have to look to find some safe thing to revive. Not gonna happen. Cast converts into a 4K. Val is able to get one. Lean will get that plant off, I believe, unless he's denied by stability. But no, they're gonna learn plant. But this sort of position, it can be ninja diffused as we've seen before.
One
But in this
enemy
case, they
remaining.
might just get rid of.